Hey guys, HyperDoggo6 here. I wanted to make this video to say whether or not DMC is now canon or it's not. The way I see it, it's not canon because it's a parallel universe based on some of the information that Team Ninja Theory went upon, or whatever the hell that Capcom gave them. Also, the fact that it's a lot different from the original Devil May Cry that Capcom made, because in the original story, Dante was the son of a demon killer. Was the son of a demon killer. I mean, not a demon killer, but the son of a demon king. Him and his brother Virgil, but they were half human. So I'm not sure as to whether or not their father Sparta died when he rebelled against his kind, or he somehow survived due to being in hell for so very long. And as far as the new DMC, I do like it. I do like it despite all its differences. And yes, I do feel like the new Dante, he's kind of growing on me. He's not exactly what you would call the greatest incarnation out there for most Devil May Cry games. And as far as like Ninja Theory and Capcom continuing it, it could be possible with the right amount of fan work and depending on how much Capcom get from the games itself. So if they end up getting at least, I don't know, at least I'd say half of what they want, which I would say is about 1 million copies, based on what sells all over the world. If they do, then the game itself is probably going to end up getting a sequel and possibly getting a lot more explanation. But I don't see it as a canon, because that's, at least I would say, because since DMC came out in 2000 and DMC4 came out, I'd say probably around 2000, I'd say 2008, 2009, somewhere around there. For that, I would say about roughly around there. I could be wrong, so anybody could tell me what the actual year of that was. However, it's still a good game overall, and I feel like if Capcom really did wanted to do their series that way, I'd say go for it. I mean, it's not exactly like everything with Devil May Cry is like, oh my gosh, it's so piss poor, it's fucked up, it's this, it's that. The guy's not Dante. Maybe he's not Dante, but in another life, yeah, he is. Because what a lot of people do not understand about fictional characters and their universes is the fact that they have more than one universe. Batman, Spider-Man, hell, the entire comic book universe has shown us this. Marvel, especially considering I can at least name off 4 universes that Spider-Man, that Marvel has done over the past 50 or so years that Spider-Man has been around. Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Girl, Noir, Miles Morales' continued Spider-Man Ultimate Universe, and then there's of course the new Scarlet Spider-Man, which some may or may not like. Now, honestly, for most fandoms, I kind of wish that people would stop complaining about that too. Because really, fandoms ain't all that great, ain't all that bad, really. I mean, seriously, every fandom in the world has their ups and downs. For Sonic, Devil May Cry, Twilight, Game of Thrones, Scandal, all of that has a few bad eggs in it. It always do. People say Sonic is the worst one due to the fact that Sonic fans, like most Sonic fans, are not pleased. But honestly, I believe that we can be pleased. It's not like we constantly are just unpleasable, constantly arguing over which is better. I mean, honestly, the comic books are their own universe, and whether or not they have a few game continuities in them, it doesn't fucking matter. That's how you continue the story. Because if you don't, the game will end up stale, and it'll be near impossible to continue with it. It'll be near impossible to continue the story, let alone it'll become stale over a while if it's just the same old thing. Like if it's like for example, most Sonic fans want their old villain Julian Kentobor, aka Dr. Robotnik, in the back in the comic books, whereas there is already Dr. Eggman from the games. Honestly, I feel like Archie has done a complete perfect job with Eggman, for the basic fact that when it came down to him, they did him very well. I mean, versus Julian, they made Dr. Eggman a much ruthless villain compared to Julian, considering that in his entire run that I've noticed, he went from joking, funny, ha-ha villain like in the games to I'm a whoop your ass type of super villain. Hell, he has a fucking army under his ass now, which I definitely love. So I'm hoping that they continue that and possibly go from there. And yeah, I know it seems like I'm rambling on and on, but the way I see it, I love the Sonic comics, and I love a lot of fandoms, but the way I see it, for every fandom and every universe, people should not be bitching and complaining about it. It's not a big deal. Life is not about that. We are supposed to enjoy our universes and enjoy what these companies have done for us. Like even though DMC, Sonic, and all the other fictional characters we've known since we were kids, or introduced since we were kids, have been changing, it really cannot be helped, because that's how most companies have done their stuff for years. They don't want to keep the same stale old stuff where the hero wins. They don't want to keep doing that. They got to try new things. And I think that since because I'm not saying I completely support the new Dante. I like him a little, not a lot. I appreciate his character. I like everything that they did with him, and I tiny bit like the character Cat. Although I do think like with me kind of cheating and looking at the ending of the game, even though I don't have it, I feel like they could have done a lot more with the whole Virgil Dante thing, just a little bit more. And as far as most of the Sonic fan base go, guys, as Sonic fans, we don't need to be arguing over which series is better, over who Sonic gets with, over what happens here and there. We should see it all as a parallel fucking universe. And for those who hate fan characters and fan whatevers, honestly, realize it as this. Fan characters are not that bad. Just look at them as a fucking parallel universe that is a part of Sonic's entire fucking universe that he already has. Considering that he's been given one for so many years over time. So honestly, that's just my 2 cents on it, and I probably should end this video short. Don't want to run it over too long, so yeah, see ya.